Hey guys, it's Ep55 here and welcome back to episode 55 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode we've got 3 games to get through, the first of which is against Swansea. We will be simming this opening game, but then we have 2 more matches after that to play. First of which of those 2 games will be against Bayer Leverkusen and then Middlesbrough, I think it is, in the league after that. So yeah, this is the side I'm going to go with. We'll crack on with things straight away against Swansea here. I've basically gone with the rotated team. We've got a game against Bayer Leverkusen in a couple of days' time, midweek, in the group stage of the Champions League. So obviously that's a very big match. That kind of takes priority, which is maybe the wrong thing to do given the fact that our current league form is not great. We are in a Ranieri type position here. We could quite easily lose our job. Manager rating is 65. I know Ranieri obviously got sacked. The chances of me getting sacked are slowly growing per episode when we don't manage to really pick up enough wins. Hopefully though, this episode we can turn it around with a win here against Swansea. Before we get into that though, if we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with the game against Swansea. Quickly sim through it. We need the 3 points. It's obviously a bit risky putting it down to the simulation to be able to try and get those 3 points. But we've gone with a fairly strong team. Obviously a lot of rotated players, but still a good side. And we need to hopefully try and get ourselves a win. Not being too good when we've been simming home games. Hopefully that changes here. 30 minutes in, still 0-0. Looking for that opening goal. And Lewis Cook's got himself sent off. So that's not helped us out into the second half here. Double yellow card for Lewis Cook. We need a goal. We need to nick it here. We're going to skip. Oh, we nicked it. Diame scores. 72nd minute. It's a win. I couldn't care less about the red card. We've got the 3 points. That is the most important thing. And, Eiling is suspended as well. Little bit frustrating that he's been suspended as well, but we'll take it. It's 3 points, and that means we could well have climbed the league quite nicely. We have actually got up quite nicely to 14th place, just 2 points behind our rivals Manchester United now. We're 14 games in, we've got 17 points. At least we've got more points than games played. That is a positive, I think. And we're not that far off a decent position, 3 more points, and we're in sort of that 8th, 9th sort of position, which is about where I was anticipating us to be for this season. Obviously, we won the league last season, so I was not really expecting that to happen again. But we need to pick things up. We need to get a win against Middlesbrough, but we've got this game against Bayer Leverkusen beforehand. Also got some drills here to quickly sim and find out how we're getting on. Quite well actually this week, still looking to try and progress them. Although I think next week I'll actually change them up a little bit because we have been doing those drills for quite a while now. And just 2 days after that game against Swansea, we've got another game. We're going to have to change around the whole team again and crack on with this one and hopefully finish ourselves top of the Champions League group. That's what we're aiming for, ahead of Barcelona if we can. Let's wait and find out what side I'm going to put out for this game. Okay, this is the side I've gone with for the big game against Bayer Leverkusen. Got with Bailey Peacock starting in goal. We got Patterson playing at right back, Jason Denayer and Arvidsson as my 2 centre backs, Taylor as my left back, Delphin Bridcut in midfield with Gray on the left hand side, Barrow on the right hand side, and Cook in behind Berahino. It's worth mentioning we've got some new player faces. If you didn't see my video yesterday about that, then you can go ahead and watch it. The link to it should be in the description below somewhere. There's quite a few updated player faces for Leeds and other teams as well. This is the bench I've gone with. Vieira gets back on the bench, finally coming back from injury now. He only gets on the bench though for this game. Might well start against Middlesbrough though. He's still waiting on Janssen, sadly. Another player that's actually had his face updated as well. Not in game though. This is just the player pictures that you see there. And yeah, let's crack on with things against Bayer Leverkusen. The final Champions League game that we can play in the group stage. So it determines whether we finish second or first this one essentially. We've got a better goal difference than Barcelona. So if we win here, we should technically finish first. Obviously, if Barcelona were to really dominate Rubin Kazan, then it wouldn't quite happen like that. But we'll wait and see what happens anyway. We should really, with a win here, finish on top. But let's wait and find out what's going to happen. Okay, here we go. Big match for us. Playing Lewis Cook in an advanced role here, really, in this match. Playing at the centre attack and mid-role, because obviously Diame played the last game. Hopefully he's going to cope there. We'll wait and see exactly what happens here. We're going to try and beat them with a little bit of pace, a little bit of power hopefully in behind as well. But overall it's going to be our passing, I think, that really is the way we're going to try and get through them. If we can string some decent moves together like we have done at times during the last few episodes, then hopefully that should get us through this match. On to Delph here. Oh, nearly a good early chance. Got cleared though. Okay. 1-0 down, it's their first shot, and Bayer Leverkusen have scored it. It's a very, very bizarre goal, this one. Literally just gone out wide, they've outran us really. I mean, yeah, that's awful. Really, really bad defending. We're all over the place, a bit of a shambles, to be honest. and that has come from nowhere. They're just completely overrun us there defensively. Their attack was just superior somehow. They seem to have more bodies in the box than us, and they've scored after 11 minutes. Not a great start, to say the least, but we're still very much in this game. There's plenty of time. I don't really know where that goal's come from. Very unlucky, but hopefully we can respond straight away through Barrow. Good save by the goalkeeper. Nearly was a response straight away. Sadly came to nothing. Is that going to be a free kick for them? I think it might well be. Oh, this is good. On to Gray. It's a decent delivery. Berahino was looking for it. Couldn't get through the bodies, though. And in the end, that'll probably be cleared. Gray onto Barrow. This is still good. Barrow looking to deliver it. Berahino. Oh, so close. It's going to be a corner. Going to have Delph deliver it to the front post. No, we're not. We're really not going to have that at all. Delph into Berahino. Oh, looking for Delph. Falls for Barrow. Still has it. Gets intercepted. Oh, just got tackled there at the end. 5 minutes left of this first half. Every time we got into their box, just kind of breaks down a little bit. They're just a bit stronger than us in there, and that's meant that we really haven't had enough chances as I'd have hoped. It's all been in their half, though. That's the main thing. It's been in their half. We've dominated in that sense. They just literally ran up the pitch and scored their goal, and that's about it. Other than that, they've barely done anything in this game. It's another one of those sort of frustrating matches where we're having most of the possession and the decent opportunities, but just the final shot, like you've just seen there, we're not managing to really take it or get a decent shot on target. So, very frustrating sort of match. Hopefully it doesn't continue. Hopefully they open up a little bit more in the second half. But falls here for Patterson, and again couldn't manage to do anything. It's going to again be rebuilt here. Gray to shoot, and that's terrible. Delph's going to hit one. Finally get a shot away. It's off target, and it's also half-time as well. We might have to change something a little bit here because physically we're being completely smashed, basically. We need to really look to change something, I think, here at half-time because we're just not strong enough going forward at the moment. It's going to be Lewis Cook to come off. We're going to bring on Dakara, stick him up front. Berahino's going to go in behind him. It was a little bit harsh maybe on Lewis Cook because he's actually got a little bit more energy left than Berahino does. But Berahino will also give us a bit more quality as well. For maybe another 15 or 20 minutes, then he will come off and we'll have someone like Vieira or Aarons come on. But it's difficult. We've not got that many options physically on the bench. We could have had Chris Wood potentially on the bench, but I decided against it. He's a little bit too inconsistent. Sometimes he looked great off the bench, other times not so much, and especially not really from a half-time perspective. He's good for the last sort of 15-20 minutes of a match. Other than that, though, he struggles to get into a game for much longer than that. Bridcook going to fire it out to Gray. That's a decent pass. Needs Dakara to get into the box now. Stop messing about on the edge of it. Dakara! Oh, it's not a bad strike. Connected with it well. Just the accuracy was obviously off. And it goes off target. Berahino onto Dakara. Again, looking for a little bit of support. We're starting to get it now, though. Barrow, who's moved over to the left-hand side as well. Barry's played it onto Delph. Delph finishes off. It's 1-1. Fantastic. We've got a little bit over 30 minutes now to get another goal. We need a win to make sure we finish top. And that is a decent start to hopefully trying to claw back some sort of result here. Or 3 points anyway. Fabian Delph with a brilliant strike. Just overloaded them on the left-hand side. And it's worked very nicely. 1-1. Need a second goal. And then from then, we'd look to push on, obviously, and try and improve the goal difference. Okay, final two changes. Vieira and Aarons to come on. That means Berahino and Gray are going to come off. And it's the final roll of the dice here with 23 minutes to go. Hopefully that will impact us and make us a little bit better going forward, get some more crosses into the box for Dakara. Barrow will go back onto the right-hand side so he can cut in, and Aarons will go onto the left-hand side so he can cross for us. Falls for Dakara. It's opened up a little bit of a gap here, actually. Dakara now going to shoot. Oh, he's got to score it. So disappointing. 20 minutes left. It's very, very close, but it's not close enough. Oh, good ball through to Dakara. Come on, does he have the legs? Dakara to finish it off. Oh, so close. Dakara again. Gonna have to shoot early and another save. Not quite managed to find the corners, Dakara. Bit of a shame, really. Maybe one of our final chances, maybe a final corner. It's going to be into Jason Denayer. Again, can't really do anything from it. Taylor. Dakara. Oh, Aarons, you've got to do better. On his favoured foot, just puts it right at the goalkeeper. That's been a theme of this match, really. Everything's gone right to him. Aarons, looking for Vieira. This is brilliant. Vieira! Oh, he scores it. Coming back from his injury. 3 minutes to go. He's got the winning goal, surely. 3 minutes left of this match. He takes it down brilliantly, toe pokes it, and it slowly dribbles past the goalkeeper. It's 2-1. Could that be the winning goal with a few minutes remaining? It's a fantastic bit of build-up play, fantastic little chip into the box, brilliant control, and he's got it past Leno. Finally, we've managed to beat him. It's only taken us the majority of this match. Just look at this little chip. Beautiful from Aarons, combining with another substitute who just about gets it past Leno. And it's 2-1. Vieira, fantastic stuff. And now we're just going to hold out for the rest of this match, I think. Looking to hit them on the break here. It's going to be on to Barrow. Finally got some more pace in us going forward and a bit of space to run into. Barrow! Oh, it's not good enough. Out for a corner, though. I was looking to try and play it across the box if I could, but the opening just didn't really come up for us. It's going to now be played into the box. Patterson, Vieira, onto Delph, now onto Charlie Taylor, looking for a little chip into Dakara maybe. It's not quite going to fall for us, but we've got the win. That is the main thing. Will that be enough, though, to finish top of the group like we want to obviously try and get, hopefully, an improved draw in the next round? It's great that we're through. It's fantastic that we're through. Barcelona win 3-0. I think we've gone through as second place. They might just have beaten us on goal difference, if that is what it's done by. If it's done on head-to-head, which I've got a slight feeling it might be, then actually we could finish top, because I'm pretty sure we've beaten them and drawn against them. So maybe we go through. Let's just wait and find out. Yes, it is done on, by the looks of it, head-to-head. Because we have gone through with less goal difference. We've gone through as first in front of Barcelona. Fantastic news for us now that the group stage is finished. I had a slight feeling it was going to be head-to-head. I couldn't quite remember how they did it, though, and whether this game followed the way that they do it in real life. And it does seem like they do, because we've got less goal difference, and yet we've gone through first place in front of Barcelona. Incredible result for us. 4 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. It's not too bad considering the group we had. It was a really, really tough group. Rubin Kazan were only really the team that we were expected to beat out of those sides that we got. So fantastic for us to go through top. And that means that we'll have a very interesting draw, hopefully, for us. Maybe a favourable draw, hopefully, in the next round. We'll wait and find out, though, when that one actually gets announced. And, yeah, let's move on to the next game against Middlesbrough, the final game of the episode. We've got some tournament prize money as well, 18.5 million. Will we see any of that money ourselves? Not by the looks of it. It's a shame. But let's move on now to the final game of the episode against Middlesbrough. And we've got, this is the side I'm going to go with, basically. We've got Baby Farrell starting in goal, Patterson at right back again, Anderson and Arvidsson playing at centre back, with Taylor as my left back. So, you know, the team's roughly the same in most places. We do have Diame coming in to play alongside Delph, Roof coming in also on the left-hand side, with Moraine on the right. Vieira starts this game, as I said, and Abraham's going to start up front. That leaves us with the bench looking like this. We've also got Gray, Wood, Snodgrass, Aarons, Wright, Soderberg and Tuanzebe as well. Not too sure whether that's his correct player face, though. Apparently some rumour that is actually Fosu Mensah's that they put on there by mistake. I'm not really too sure myself, but we do have a lot of players missing in this match. Obviously Janssen, Eiling, Cook, Barrow, Berahino, just to name a few. There's quite a few big names missing. We're going to rest them for this game. Maybe a bit risky, but we're going to do it anyway. Chris Wood's on the bench. He's our only striker out on the bench there. And that could be a bit of a risk, considering we do need the points. But we are going to do it because I'm going to trust the players that we're going to put out for today's game. And hopefully get ourselves the 3 points that we desperately need in the league. If we win here, then we could potentially go up. It depends on other results. We could go up in the league. But we'll just wait and see what happens, I suppose. We need a good result, though, here against Middlesbrough. I imagine we've probably got a better team, but we'll wait and see exactly what happens. Okay, here we go. Big match against Middlesbrough at the Riverside Stadium. We need the 3 points. We desperately need to try and string some wins together now in the league to get up to where we should be, which is inevitably sort of the top 10, top 8 sort of region, given the team that we have, I think. We will be looking to bring in new signings as well when that time comes. But for now, we're going to have to deal with what we've got. A few players out for this game, and we'll see what sort of squad we've got, what sort of squad depth we have. Because we've got a few tired players as well, not quite 100% fitness like I usually like to do. But still, we're not going to make excuses. We need to get the 3 points, and hopefully this is going to be the right team to do that. Moreno, looking for Roof. He's not played for a little while for us, Roof. He's going to cut this one back into a dangerous zone, but there was sadly no one there. It was cleared quite comfortably. Diame wins it back, sort of. Going to now look to play that through ball into Abraham. It's a decent turn, but the pace just wasn't there. The acceleration away from the centre-back wasn't quite there for some reason. And we lose out yet again. Would have been a really good chance to get in behind and run at the goalkeeper, the defenders, that sort of thing. Didn't quite come to anything. Vieira now looking to... I was trying to have a shot, to be honest. It didn't quite come off, though. And that's a great chance for Rhodes. Our keeper's in no man's land. And it's a brilliant tackle. Great chance for us here after a good spell of possession onto Moreno. He tries to win as a free kick there, surely. It has been given. Trying to just keep the possession a little bit more because we're on about 38% at the moment. So that's obviously not good enough. We're going to hopefully try and do that a bit better in the second half as well. But a final chance for us in this first half. Delph might be a good option, but his free kick accuracy isn't that great. So maybe we go Roof for the free kick accuracy, although a left-footed might have been better here. Roof is going to be... yeah. Terrible. Half time, 0-0 still. Very few chances, very few clear-cut chances to actually show you. We're going to try and keep possession better, like I just said a second ago. That's going to be the aim, really, for the start of this second half, to hopefully try and create a few better chances, get players trying to make runs in behind. But if you have the ball, then you stop the opposition from scoring most of the time. So let's just wait and see what happens. I'm still fairly confident that we will get a goal from somewhere. I just think it might be another late one, potentially. Oh, it's falling nicely here for Vieira on his left foot. Oh, Valdez saved twice. It's a brilliant double save. It's on to Delph. It caused them some hassle here. Abraham! And I thought that deflected, but it doesn't. It's out for a goal kick. That's a fantastic opening 5 minutes of the second half. We're going to have to look to the bench. This game's gone very, very quickly with there being very few chances. Now is our chance. 13 minutes left. We're going to have to really try and change this game by making all 3 changes. Okay, here we go. Wood, Aarons and Gray all to come on. That means Vieira, Abraham and Moreno will all come off. It was tempted to bring on Snodgrass. I actually wanted to try and play him if I could, but couldn't really find a space for him in the team at the moment. We need a bit more pace going forward, and it just doesn't really give you that. I've said that and brought Chris Wood on, but he's the only other option that we really had in that position. Gray now going to go forward, and why would you ever shoot like that? Why? Just put your laces through it. Oh, that's not really a foul, but we'll take it. That's a booking as well. I don't know what he did. Okay, let's do one of these fancy set-piece things. Charlie Taylor. Go on. Go on. All falls for Chris Wood. Oh, it's gone in! It's actually gone in! The fancy set-piece thing has somehow gone in. Oh my days, it's Chris Wood as well. I've no idea what's happened here. I mean, it's not even particularly well done. It does work nicely sometimes, but that's just very fluky. Left-footed finesse. It's going away from goal, but it hits the post and finds the back of the net somehow. Oh, I was about to say what a finish, but it's not really. We'll take it. It's 1-0, and there's 10 minutes to go. Oh, I said it might be a late one. It certainly happened that way. Chris Wood there, coming off the bench, potentially getting the winner, but there's 8 minutes to go. I'd be very disappointed if we were to drop 2 points from the position that we're in, because they've not really challenged us defensively in this game, Middlesbrough, so if they were to suddenly start to do that, that would be very frustrating. Got a chance here. Well blocked. There'll be a chance on the break here for Aarons. Brought him on for his pace as well. He wins as a free kick, actually. Thought it would have been a little bit further forward than that. Again, going to go with a similar sort of thing, except more centrally this time. How's about this? Can he keep himself on? He has done. Oh, go on. Oh, no. How's that not found the back of the net? Oh, it was nearly perfect. So close to making it 2-0. Love those set-piece things. Started using them in the last few weeks. Really can help sometimes. That is it. We've won the game 1-0. I mean, you have to grind out wins when you're in our position. You desperately need to try and pick up the points any way you can. And we've done it fairly well, actually, to be honest. We've dominated that game. We were the better team. And yes, we had to wait until the final 15 minutes to actually show up and actually play. Because the first 75 minutes, there was literally nothing. It was nothingness, the first 75 minutes. But we managed to turn it round. We're now in 11th position. Obviously, you've got Sunderland still to play, so we might go down a little bit, but we're starting to pick up some more wins. That's good. 5 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses. Need to have more wins than anything else, ideally. Hopefully that'll happen next episode. But like I say, we could drop down probably 1 or 2 at the most. But I think 11th at the moment is looking pretty decent. We're not too far off where we should be. About 3 points off where I'm after, to be honest. And yeah, that will be everything for today's episode. Much better stuff. Starting to win a few games now in a row, which we couldn't quite do. We couldn't get the consistency before. Seems like we're starting to do that now. And we'll end this episode by changing around some of the player drills and seeing how we get on. Okay, here we go. These are the 5 players we're going to go with, or the 5 drills we'll go with anyway. We've gone with quite a few for Morrison, and McNeil got one as well. Wright gets the other. And we're going to see how we get on this week. We're going to keep Wright and McNeil in just for 1 drill each. And let's see how they get on. Wright, in particular, doing very well. Trying to improve his defensive side of his game. Getting close to the 71 overall now. But that is pretty much everything. Starting to get a little bit more back on track here. As you can see, 70 rated now. I say that we're getting back on track. The Leeds board have just completely contradicted me. Cheers. But yeah, it does seem like we're starting to get a few more of the objectives completed, that sort of thing. So 2 youth academy players by at least 10 overall points, playing in 5 matches. We're trying. It's not quite happening at the moment, but we are trying. And the 25.5 million earnings from shirt sales is all but done. We've also managed to do the Champions League one as well, so we've met that target. We're getting closer to the Premier League one in being 11th position. And obviously the FA Cup one will happen shortly. But yeah, we seem to be doing pretty well at the moment. Quite happy with that. Reduced player wages by 42,500 a week. That is never going to happen. If anything, they're going to increase, but we'll wait and see what happens anyway. Finish the season with a profit margin of 42 million. That is ridiculous. We'll try, but I can't guarantee anything. That is everything for today's episode. Maybe next episode we get a little bit closer to the January transfer window. I think it might be the one after that, though, when we actually get into the window. But not 100% sure just yet. We've got a game against Liverpool to play as well next episode. So some big matches coming up shortly. We'll wait and find out how he gets on in the next episode. And we are finishing this episode in 12th position. So pretty decent, ahead of Manchester United now on goal difference. But like I say, that will be everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. And I will see you guys next time for another video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.